Hi Virgo, welcome to your reading and weekly energy check-in for all things Virgo. So my Mercury is in Virgo and my late father was a Virgo. God rest his soul. He was right about everything and everybody around us. They say your mom is always right. He was right. He was right about everything, everybody, all the time. So, everything you need to know about me is below in the description of this video, including how to get a personal reading with me. Just snag my email. I am running a sale this week. 60-minute tarot readings. You can ask whatever you want for 60 minutes for 100 US dollars. Just email me if you're interested in that. In addition, I'm on Psychic Source if you want to be a little more anonymous or you like phone calls better or whatever. Thepsychicsource.com. I am Aurora there, and my extension is 6150. Um, please assign genders and identities as you wish. Tarot was made a long time before you and me. And tarot is all about the fool's journey. If you want to know more about the fool's journey, you can Google it. There's short versions and long versions on YouTube, or you can reach out to me for coaching. Um, Please assist YouTube and the algorithm out with your likes, shares, and subscribes. That's how they know to send you some more Virgo stuff. We get lots of Virgo stuff when you when you like, share, subscribe, especially commenting. And then in addition, it'll get this very important Virgo message sent out to other Virgos. And I love when you guys spill the real hot tea in the comments if you feel like it. I love interacting with you guys so much. If you do not like shuffling or boring parts, please fast forward. Also, if the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it. Not every reading is going to be for you, and that's okay. There's a lot of coaching intertwined, there's great stories, great advice. Um, and that's all, the coaching is free in these videos. And you don't want every reading anyway. I just did Taurus. You probably don't want Taurus's reading. You definitely don't want Leo's reading this week. Okay. So let's get into this. In the pre-shuffle, I got the Five of Swords, so I'm super concerned we don't want your reading either. Just kidding. So the Five of Swords is about winning at all costs. It's about empty victories, and it is about defeat. Definitely fights, arguments, separation. Definitely the type of fights where things cannot be taken back. It's going to take a little bit more than a I'm sorry that, like, band-aids don't fix bullet holes, right? So let's see if this is still resonating. The overall, I'm going to see things. I'm on the deck. Page of Swords. So could be an air sign, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, doesn't have to be. The pages are all children, so they can represent children. They are all also messengers. And unfortunately, his messages usually aren't so nice. His are usually gossip and negative crap. Okay. He's also a spy card. When people are spying, checking your social media, gossiping. Basically, he gathers intel, and he gathers intel from afar, right? So, however you can watch, however you can gather intel from people, places, and things without actually having to go to the human and the other human knowing, okay? So, let's see what this means to you, for you. All right, so just remember gossip, slander, spying, children, air signs. All right. So your overall energy is the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is very quick movement, hasty actions. It can be about communication by text, email, social media. These can also represent Cupid's arrows biting your butt. But usually it's about communication and moving quickly. And or so in your difficulties, we have the Tower card. Eek. So the Tower is all about things being built on false foundations, right? So it's a shock, it's a surprise, it's shocking. So it's like being unearthed, that feeling of, okay, I really thought everything was this way, in my marriage or in my friendship group or at work. And it turns out I didn't know the half of what was going on. And so, with this being in your difficulties, you're having a challenging time with change for sure, or a change came in that you are just, it's difficult to cope with. And it obviously came by some sort of message. So, like email, text, social media, that kind of thing, where it was like, what are you talking about? How can that be? How is this my life? How is you're just in that state, right? So in the recent past, we have the King of Cups. He can be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. He is the most evolved of the cup suit. In regard to emotional IQ, emotional intelligence, emotional stability. He's very intuitive. He's usually a father. He's usually a dad. He's the kind of dad that you go to for like an attaboy, good job. Not necessarily someone you want to line you out and tell you the truth about how you're acting. He can be a teacher, a coach, a therapist, a psychiatrist, something along those lines. Doesn't have to be, just embodies the energy. In his shadow side, he's emotionally manipulative, which comes with the territory. When you're intelligent and emotionally intelligent and intuitive, you're going to be in your shadow side. He also, in his shadow, cannot express his emotions so well. He's very clumped and emotionally constipated. All right. In the recent past. Also, you were at a crossroads, 2 of Wands. So making this choice of like something, one person over another, one path over another, one job over another, one idea over another. Which way to go? What am I doing? So you very much might have been at a crossroads with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or, what your heart was telling you to do, or what your intuition was telling you to do, or with some advice this person gave you. You're like, okay, now I know. And now I get to make a decision. Your goal is Queen of Pentacles. And so the Queen of Pentacles, welcome to the chat. Okay. It is a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, usually. She doesn't have to be, but the pentacles are the loyal, stable, and committed suit. So she's loyal, stable, she's committed, she's incredibly abundant, she's great at growing money, wealth, relationships, love, family, anything that you can grow and nurture. She's all about that because she's incredibly nurturing. She represents the wife whenever you need a clarifier card. She's always the wife. So she's always married. She always has children. And so if this is your goal, this is a fantastic goal. And or if you want a wife, like you're going after a wife, good one. Or you want to embody that energy. It's an amazing goal. In the near future, we have long-term planning. So legacy, family, more money, more problems. I'm just kidding. Um, so legacy, family, these are usually big paychecks like inheritances, commission checks, things hand down, dividends from stocks, things like that. You see yourself in the Queen of Wands energy. So she is everybody's best friend. She is a busy bee. She usually represents a fire sign. So Leo, Aries, Sagittarius doesn't have to be, especially since you're embodying this energy right now. She's everybody's BFF. She's an action taker. She's intuitive. She's a real busy person, very social person, workout girl, incredibly popular, sexy, attractive. Um, yeah, everybody's favorite. Everybody's favorite. Just like a Kim K, you know, friends, family, coworkers see you just um in your happily ever after, in your most emotionally fulfilled you could possibly be. This is the white picket fence. This is the American dream. Your guidance is the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. It's about letting your guard down. It can also be about things happening over and over and over and constantly, like one thing after another. I really associate the song "I Get Knocked Down, but I Get Up Again" with this guy. One more round, baby. One more round. One more time. Again, again, again. Or it can just be a bunch of nuisance things happening, one thing after another that you're constantly having to cope with. I lost my keys. I forgot my passport. Oh, my flight's delayed. Oh, my luggage went somewhere else to another continent, like that kind of a day. So, with these two being beside each other, there might be like just one thing after another happening with family or money, or some money you're waiting for to come in. It's just like, oh my God, just one more thing. Just one more thing, right? Another thing. Your outcome is the Nine of Swords. So this is the anxiety card. It's about sleepless nights, making mountains out of molehills, worry, and that is right beside the Queen of Pentacles. So you could be just so anxious and worried about a spouse, a significant other, the person that everybody sees you with as like a long-term person, or your wife, or common law, or committed girlfriend. There's like a worry there. Or you could be worried about money. You could be worried about family. You could be worried about business. You could be worried about like if you're nurturing enough. Okay. Whew. All right. So let's go to the Moonology because yeah, we're gonna go to the Moonology. Moonology. What is it? Virgo in the situation. Virgo in the situation. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. So let's see what these adjustments are. When the Tower comes in, you have um, the opportunity to decide if you want to rebuild on a real foundation instead of a faulty foundation. So adjustments are required for that, for sure. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Y'all know there's a full moon tonight, right? Okay. It's full moon in Taurus. Fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. Fire, fire, fire. Nothing will come of this situation. Void course moon. Oof. We might want to get some clarification on that because, all right. Adjustments are required. Bring love into the situation. A fiery climax approaches. Nothing will come of this situation. So if there's like a fight, and the initial grounding energy in the pre-shuffle is the Five of Swords, right? And so that's a big old freaking fight. And so I just don't think anything will happen, even though this is like a separation or a fight or whatever. Um, Even if you brought love into it, I think nothing's coming of it. You're gonna be you can approach this with the King of Cups energy that you have in the past, which the bring love in the situation is in. If we're doing a past, present, and future reading, it would mean that you did bring love into the situation, and right now you're in a fiery climax, so you'd be in the five of swords right now, and then it's just gonna nothing. You just gotta adjust and flow. All right. So let's see. Get some truth on it. Please share with me. Deepening bond. So let's see what that means, okay? Weighing options. Yeah, so if something just went kookalooey, reassess. Take a trip. It's Spirit's solution to a lot of people's problems lately. Just go somewhere. Do the things you do while you're on trips. Just go. Long haul. So everything about this had long haul. Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. I don't even remember what else right now. No, it's going over weighing options. So no options. No weighing options. We're not weighing options. Take a trip. Confusion. So if you're confused about moving forward or taking a trip, let's see. Positive energy. You want this long haul. It's going over the long haul. Positive energy. So let's see. Deepening bonds. Well, there's one way to read this. One way to read this is just like how it is. Deepening bond. Weighing options. Take a trip. The long haul. No confusion. Positive energy. So there could be no confusion, and you're weighing options on taking a trip and moving this into the long haul with some serious positive energy. Okay. Or we're not weighing options and we're going to take a trip. Maybe we're a little confused on that, possibly. And, wanting this for the long haul is going to require some positive energy. Don't be negative, just be positive. Okay. Do we want the person's feelings or do we just want to build Virgo up right now? Because Virgo is going through some much. Do we just want to build Virgo up? We want to dig into the other person. We're digging. Not what I want to do. Okay. Okay. So let's see. It's the Bridget Rouse Ocean of Emotion deck. Virgo. 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 Secrets. I hate not knowing what's going on. Boom. All right. Let's see. First card out. Stuck. I can't break out of these illusions. So very Eight of Swords energy. It's usually not a real trapped energy. It's a mental blockage of how you think about the world, how you perceive the world, how you think family should be, how you think men or women should be, how you think work should be. And that's where the real blockage is. It's not an actual, real, true blockage. It's getting around the, I guess, kind of like dogma or tradition or, yeah, traditional rules could be how things are supposed to be, what you're supposed to do. Surprise! I have a beautiful surprise planned for you. It's going right over the trip. Wild. Nothing can tame a spirit like this. It's going over a wall and positive energy. Can we forgive and forget? Surrender is going under stuck. So could be of a blockage and some pride, and maybe we need to let our guard down. 901's energy. Nobody cares. Isolation. Going under surprise. Could be your surprise to find out how people are, how people can be. You know, I know what I want and I can't stop until I have it. Focus. Focus, watching. That's going over wild. Secrets. So they feel stuck and definitely want to surrender and quit fighting because this is like stuck, stagnant energy. Um, they're really focused on you, and there's a surprise. You got like a really you guys have a really natural, raw energy about you, or at least they feel like that. Um, and in all this stuckness and aloneness in the fight, they have felt like really isolated and like no one cares at all. They've been watching you and they're trying to figure out how to get back in. And it looks like they've got a surprise up their sleeve. Okay, so let's see what they have to say. I'm still haunted by my actions. So, whatever they did, they still think about it. They can't even believe they did it. Okay. A lot of signs are pointing to you lately. So, they're seeing your name, favorite songs, colors, places you went. Did I say music you listen to? Oh my God, songs speak. Songs are speaking to me, so that's probably a lot of what the signs are. I can't believe that just came out like that. I was reminded of your scent recently, so they have had the opportunity to smell you. Trying to think of what I want to say to you. That could be part of the stuff. Is like mental blocks. Like, am I going to say to get us out of this fight so that we'll surrender and we'll let our guards down and leave the white flag? Maybe I've been keeping secrets. There might be some dark secrets. They've made a fool out of themselves. And that they've been deceiving you and themselves. What resonates? Am I good enough for you? So they definitely feel insecure, a little bit insecure, based on everything. It affected my life significantly. It's going over. I was reminded of your scent recently. So, they're still like they know they were a jerk and they can't believe they were a jerk right now, and they're getting all kinds of signs. All their songs, your name, all the things. Even your scent is a sign, like smelling, just randomly smelling somebody that wears your same perfume, soap, lotion, whatever. And they're trying to think of what they want to say, but like when you don't feel good enough, it's hard. But they do want you to know you've affected their life significantly. Significantly. Probably should start with that. That's a good opener. Definitely. Definitely a good opener. All right, so let's get you one overall and significant piece of advice. From the Miracle deck. Okay. That's the neat piece here. What is Perceiving others. Okay, so let me read it. The places in our personality where we tend to deviate from love are not our faults, but our wounds. God doesn't want to punish us, but to heal us. And that is how he wishes us to view errors in other people as their woundedness, not their guilt. So you remember the bring love into this situation card. Remember the wounded warrior, drop your guard card. All right. So you can screenshot this or zoom in, whatever you think. So yeah, like if we want to move forward and to get to a happy place, right? We got to focus on the positive. And one positive way and healthy way to look at this, assuming there's been no, abuse or something like that in the relationship, stuff you can't come back from, um, is like just to look at the person like they're going through a hard time, or, you know, um, it was their upbringing, or it's a part of having ADD or something like that. And so kind of look at them as their little work in progress life on this earth school that we're all learning lessons on, and come from that kind of a loving space instead of, you know. So I think that's what's going to move this. Just remember we're all humans having a human experience on this earth school, learning our lessons, and none of us get out of here alive, right? So that's what I have for you, Virgo. If you'd like a personal with me, I'm running the sale, 60 minutes for $100 US. Just email me, grab your spot, talk about whatever you want, ask whatever you want for an hour. Or you can hit me up on Psychic Source, and that's more anonymous. Please assist YouTube with your likes, shares, and subscribes. It'll get this message out. You'll get more Virgo messages, and I like interacting with you guys if you allow me to. So, have a great week, Virgo.